Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and we are covering another modded dino, and I don't know how to say this name, so I'm going to try to pronounce it. I might butcher it, but the Susedurus, or Sussedurus, however you say this guy's name, this turtle, bull, pig, whatever you want to call it, this thing is crazy, and we're going to be going over it in this video, just doing a little showcase to see how he really is, because I don't see much servers with this guy in it, so let's go see how he is. So for this video, we're going to do a defense build. Now, it doesn't tell me which one is which, so I'm assuming the defense build will be the one with the big giant shell, the more bulky one. So we're going to pick him because I want to test out some combat as well to see how he holds up in a fight. So for this video, I'm going to be playing on my own community server. If you guys don't know, I did make my own community server called Simply Jurassic. It can hold up to 100 players. Right now, it's 93 players in here right now out of 100. So it's pretty much been full every night. I'm glad most of you guys are enjoying the server. So if you ever want to play on it, you're more than welcome to join. And also, if you guys are frequent viewers, if you become a member on my channel, the link is in the description. If you become a YouTube member, as a show of thanks, I will give you guys an awesome blue color name, the member status, and another perk is you'll be able to help me out when I need help recording some YouTube videos, and you get as much marks as you want. So before we go over his moveset, let's go over his skins. So he has a few, I mean, they're nothing really crazy, not the best skins, obviously. I mean, if you want to make it all black, you can. Doesn't seem like they really have an albino skin, so I wish they had a little bit better colors when it comes to that. Now his abilities are very, very simple. So he has a diving ability, which gives him the ability to dive underwater with improved swim speed and oxygen, which can be good for if you're trying to escape in water and stuff like that. Then he has a tail attack, and sadly I do not have this guy on the stat chart, so if any of you know this guy's stats for his damage for the bite and the tail, I would definitely love to know that. And then for hide, you can do hardened hide, which increases your armor by a small amount, which can basically let you take extra damage. And he's an omnivore, which means he can eat plants, meats, berries, fruits. He pretty much eats everything on the map. So you should never have a problem with this guy for finding food because you could pretty much eat everything. So yeah, the attacks are a little underwhelming, just a bite and a tail attack. But let me tell you guys, the bite attack does do a good amount of damage. Also, while you're from juvie to subadult, his bite does bleed damage and it does venom as well. Venom stops the enemy's stamina from regenerating, and then obviously he'll be bleeding out at the same time. The only down part is, once he's full adult, the venom part goes away and his bite just does bleed. His movement speed is pretty slow. His stamina drain, though, is pretty good. You can see his stamina takes a while to drain, but obviously since you move slow, you're still not going to really cover a lot of ground when you're trying to run. Another thing that's kind of bad about him is if you're fighting something fast and he's fighting you and circling you, if you're trying to use precise movement while turning, you can see how slow the turns are. So let me show you an example. I'm trying to turn in a circle right now, and if someone was like running behind me trying to bite me from the tail part, it would be hard to really get on him. In order for you to make use of his movement, of his turning, you would have to do precise movement, but when you're staying still, that way you could turn a lot faster. But if you're using precise movement while you're walking, then you can see it does not even turn when I turn the camera. But if you stay still, then we turn. So when you fight with these things, you have to let them come to you. This is not really about chasing them, because if they're fast, they're going to run behind you. You're going to take a lot of extra hits that you don't need to take. Now let's go over his vocal wheel real quick. We're just going to go through all the whole selection here. So let's do the loud roar, which is pretty cool. It sounds like a bull, and he looks like a bull, so I think that's like pretty awesome. Let's try the heart one. Okay, let's try the threatening one. I like the threatening one. It's probably one of my favorites. Try that one. Okay. Now let's try this one right here. Is the one I like. So when you do this, he like falls over. So it's like a good playful thing I do to other people. Alright, shout out to my boy Antoine. He's going to be helping me with these combat videos. And I'm going to be showing you guys how this thing can fare up against smaller dinos, against medium-sized dinos, and then against that apex predator. So right now I had him pick a Metri, and we're going to see how it works when you 1v1 a Metri, and how his movement can either be a downfall or can be a good thing. Another perk of being a YouTube member is you get to participate with me in videos whenever I need help. Alright, so we're about to start it off. We're going to start it off with the roar. And here it goes. So if we were fighting a Metri, you can see he's rubber banding a little bit. But my turning being so slow is the downfall to this dino. But if I'm able to land a bite on him, I would be able to get him. But obviously against a skilled player, you can see one of those bites, get a good chunk of his health right there. He's barely doing damage to me. He's fully adult, by the way, too. Got him one hit. See, I've been utilizing the bite more, but I should be utilizing the tail attack as well. But the tail attack does not do as much damage as the bite, because the bite does a lot of damage with bleed as well. And I guess with the defense build, with the armored hide, he actually is pretty good, and I barely lost any health. Alright, so now we're going to see how he fares up against an Aloe. Aloe's pretty good in speed, so obviously even fighting one of these things could be a problem for my turning radius. We're going to initiate the starting roar. Now, like I said, with this thing, you don't really want to chase it. You want to have him come to you. And turn. Even with the rubber banding, this will happen on officials too. Shit, it's really hard to get them when they're running fast. Yeah, you have to like stop them up when they're in front of you and just land as much bites as you can. He's running faster than I could turn, which is an issue. But if you could corner them in just like this, look at that. And don't forget, he's taking bleed damage as well. So the more he's running around, the more he will start to bleed out. He is getting bloody. We're losing almost a quarter health, but nothing too crazy. And it didn't take that much bites, besides a little bit of rubber banding. The trick is just to let them come to you. Either they come to you and fight, or they just run away and they don't really do anything. He took a quarter of my health though, so I think if he was a pack of aloes, I would have been in real trouble right there. But fighting one aloe, as long as you let them come to you, and you try to land as much bites as you can. And if anything, the last option you can do is go in the water, because remember, you now have better swim speed, and you could stay underwater longer. So if you have to really escape, you can do it. Alright, so last but not least, we're going to be fighting a Rex. We're going to see how this goes against one of the top Apex dinos, and if this will be a problem or not. Now, when you fight a Rex with this thing, you most likely is going to be a face-tanking battle, and I honestly don't know who would win in a straight-up face tank, but we got to see how he's going to play this. Alright, and let's begin. I'm going to start off with the roar. He might be using his Tyrant's Roar now. So he has his Tyrant's Roar, so he's probably going to be doing extra damage. He's going to bone break me. And then this is where it just comes into a straight up face tanking because... he should have kept biting me. You shouldn't do that as a Rex. We're going to hit him with the tail as he's running behind us. Ooh, his bites are doing damage though. And we just stay here, we just turn, use precise movement to just keep turning with him. Oh, we might lose it, so. Oh, it's close, it's close. Oh, it's close. Oh my god. Look how hurt we had him. Even with, he was like, he sort of stopped biting, tried to do a tail attack, he moved around, and we had some extra bites on him. And even that, we weren't able to fully kill him, but we had him really close. Okay, so apparently, he ended up dying after, because I went back to him to see what his health was, and he just told me that he died to the bleed. Because remember, his bites do bleed attacks. So he was a regular Rex, he used Tyrant's Roar, and he had standard hide on. So these things fare fairly against one Rex. But obviously, if you get jumped, you might have an issue here. But in a face-tanking battle, you have really high chances of winning any face-tanking situations, even against big predators like the Rex. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know if you have any other modded dinos you would love for me to do. And shout out to my boy Antoine for helping me with this video. And if you guys want to help me with future videos, all you gotta do is become a YouTube member. Link of that is in the description below. And then just let me know in Discord whenever you did join it. And then we'll get you in some videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.